Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The price of BTC is back above 30,000 US dollars, and what is going to happen probably in the next coming I don't know 24 to 72 hours is going to shock a lot of people because the bulls have defended, and everything that we've been talking about for the past 1 week happened because we did experience the spring phase. We witnessed the price of BTC dropping below 29,000. We dropped to $28,500. Even though I have been preaching and expecting the price to sort of drop to 27,000, right? I mean, for the past few days, right? For example, yesterday, less than 24 hours ago, I told you that Bitcoin was going to crash to 27,000, but today it only crashed to 28,400. And yes, we did experience a drastic buyback. Now, this is where a lot of retail traders end up making a whole lot of different mistakes, and this is where you usually mess up everything. So big shout out to everybody watching right now. I really hope that you guys are able to hear me and see me loud and clear. So let me just check if everything is okay before I can yeah, just wait, hold on. Just check if everything is okay. Good, we're good to go. So I really hope that you guys have been enjoying my TA, and you know, I feel good, feeling fresh. I'm just from exercising. My trades are going so well. Everything that we predicted happened exactly as predicted. Ooh, and by the way, this morning, 8 hours ago, right, before we had this dramatic drop, right, before we actually dropped to 28,400, I told you what was exactly going to happen, and it happened exactly as predicted. So I'm not really going to wrap it in. All you gotta do is watch my previous videos, all my explanations. Everything that I was talking about happened, and we are experiencing phase C and phase D. So basically, let me tell you something, and this is what you need to do in order to like really maximize this thing, because you know the Wyckoff accumulation is almost done. It's almost done because we did experience the spring phase. So a lot of you might be saying, hey Muna, okay, the price did drop close to 27,000 US dollars, right? But it just happened like too fast. I didn't even get a chance to sort of get in. Duh, this is one of the reasons it's called the spring. It springs, you know, it like sort of goes down, and then it really shoots up. This is one of the reasons it's called the freaking spring, okay? And this is one of the reasons why a lot of people, especially breakout traders, I mean, to all the breakout traders out there, RIP. I mean, it's nothing personal, and I'm not really trying to make fun of you, but I'm sure you're going to learn from your mistakes, okay? So if you guys were shorting, right, and if you sort of place a trade, if the price drops below 30,000, you're going to be shorting. I'm sure you are crying at this particular moment because the price did end up bouncing by about 10%, 12% instantly. Now, can you imagine if you are on leverage and you end up shorting the prices around this particular area? Let's say you get into this particular trade, right, around 31,000 or even 30,000. Do you know how devastating that could be? So before I even bore you with all my long speeches, right, because you guys already know the game plan right now. So basically, if you're ever going to get anything from this particular episode, the price of BTC is about to do some extraordinary stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the range. We are going to go back into this particular range that I've been talking about for the past few days, and let me just get it properly lined up for you guys. So we are going to get back into this particular range, and after that, right, we're going to head back towards this particular liquidity level. Okay, so going back to this level, it's not really going to happen like instantaneously. Okay, it's going to happen once we sort of reclaim and use this particular area as support. So if you take a look at the Wyckoff accumulation, right, boom, the spring has happened. Okay, that day when we sold, when the price of BTC was at this particular level, right, about 6 days ago, right, on this episode, the price was around 40,000 US dollars. Okay, we kind of got out of this particular trade, and now we are preparing to enter and long. So what's going to happen is we're going to sort of get this profit. We've got about 23 to 30% profit. So basically I'm going to be organizing my longs. This includes altcoins as well, because altcoins are also going to recover. A lot of them are going to end up recovering as well. So I'm going to be going into altcoins. I'm also going to be going into BTC, but for the most part my money is going to be in BTC, because the BTC dominance, as you can see right over here, is increasing. For the past few days it has been increasing. So I'm just going to be in BTC for the most part. Okay, so my game plan is find an entry. To be honest with you, I have like a little bit of a position here, but it wasn't really that juicy. It wasn't really that aggressive, because this time around I want to be aggressive, because I understand and I know that the price is going to go back above this particular level, and eventually we're going to end up going to between 45,000 to around 50,000, because we need to test this liquidity and we need to destroy all the short sellers. Like ever since the price has been accumulating here, right, a lot of selling pressure, a lot of people have been shorting the market, and the market always has a way of punishing the majority of traders, because by the end of it all, the majority of traders are wrong. And this is one of the reasons why they say that in order for you to like make the most amount of profit, right, you need to be a contrarian. Okay, so what a lot of people are beginning to do, and what they're going to be doing, is a lot of people are even stubborn. A lot of people are still going to continue shorting the market. Like, trust me, people are thinking the price is going to continue going to 20,000. A lot of them are going to be shorting. They're already shorting right now. So what's going to happen is the market makers are going to punish them. We're going to end up pumping around that particular level and dropping, and then finding support here. Once we start trading around this particular area, right, and you guys are going to even clearly understand, you guys are going to be like, you know what, Muna was right all along, because I'm mostly right for the most part. Oh, and by the way, big shout out to my subscribers. For example, PN 2 hours said, good stuff, Muna, happened almost to the chart analysis. So this is one of the, I'm very excited when I read good comments like this, because it really encourages me to go the extra mile and give you information that you guys don't really have elsewhere. So that was done 8 hours ago, and everything that we talked about 8 hours ago happened exactly as predicted. So that was pretty crazy. And all along, for the past 5 days, we've been planning this particular trade, waiting for the spring for the past 7-6 days. Okay, so sometimes when it comes to trading, right, setups, like the perfect setups, take time for them to sort of happen. So this is why you need to practice a lot of patience, and you need to have the game plan. So right about now, ladies and gentlemen, the game plan is pretty simple. We did experience the spring, okay, and we have already bounced by about 10 to 12%. That happened in the past few hours. If I flip over to the 1 hour chart, right, you can see this nasty bounce. And if that isn't a spring, ladies and gentlemen, I do not know what a spring is then. So what's going to happen is the correction is going to be very minimal. So what's most likely going to happen is we're going to have a retest, because when it comes to this particular setup, right, now that you guys have got the scoop of what is about to happen and what my game plan is, right, what you need to do is you need to position yourself in strategic areas, because not every area is tradable. Okay, so in case, for example, you missed the spring, which happened when the price went to around 28,400, and you are feeling like a little bit dumb for not really going in, don't worry, I didn't even aggressively go in myself, but there is the retest. Do you see the retest? So this particular area is actually a better trade than the spring, because for the most part it's impossible to catch the spring because it is a spring. Only market makers are able to like identify this particular strategic level because they have like buy orders which are insane. Like these people are trading with, I don't know, like $100 million worth of BTC. So you know, we don't really have the privilege yet. We don't really have access to this information, or rather to this amount of money. But trust me, if I was to make about 100 million, trust me, I'm going to be playing you know, the charts like crazy. I'm going to be plotting all these things, and I'm going to be, you know, giving you what you need to see, because I understand the psychology of the basic you know, retail investor out there. But you guys are privileged enough to be watching me at this particular moment, and you are able to like understand what market makers are doing. So yeah, big shout out to everybody watching me right now. So please let me know, and hit the like button, drop me a comment in the comment section if you guys are going to be watching the, you know, uploaded video once the stream is done. So anyway, enough talking, because I hate talking, but I talk too much. But I just try to keep it interactive. So the retest is most likely going to be the best area to sort of get into this particular trade, because the test is going to be the sweet spot. Okay, so what you need to do is, whenever you are trying to get into a particular trade, right, you have to understand where the highest probability of you winning is going to be. Okay, so when you look at this particular structure, this accumulative phase, when it comes to Wyckoff accumulation, just take a look at it. Just look at how beautiful it is. There are two places where you can get the highest probabilities. Do you know where those places are? Just think about it. Look at this structure. Where would you get the highest probable type of trade, where you are guaranteed of getting the juiciest profit? Okay, so when it comes to high probable trades, you should also think about your risk to reward ratio. You need to have like a minimal risk, okay, and you also need to have like some sort of large profit margin, because when it comes to like trades, right, you obviously need to have like a margin profit which is slightly or way much more greater in comparison to the risk that you're facing. And when it comes to this Wyckoff accumulation phase, right, there is, or rather there are only two areas where you can get the most amount of return on investment with the highest probability in terms of your trade being successful. Now let that sizzle in, rewatch this particular episode, and imagine what I'm trying to say. So basically, these two areas are the test and this particular area. So the lines of the resistance lines turned into support, especially here between the SOS phase and the test. Those are your two areas where you're going to have the highest probable win ratios, if you know what I mean. So I'm an aggressive trader. I am going to be aggressive, especially on this particular phase, and I'm going to put aggressive trades as hell when it comes to this particular retest. So right now, as you guys are watching me, we're most likely going to have like a retest. So yes, we did end up bouncing. Okay, this is the spring part of the phase. So what's most likely going to happen is we're either going to come back down to test this particular level here. So let me flip over to the to this particular line as well. Hold on, and boom. So we've got these particular thresholds. So what's going to happen is the price of BTC. So let me just change the color into green to sort of show you that it's probably going to turn into support. So let's flip back to the candle chart system. So basically, this is what's going to happen. The price is most likely going to have a retest in this particular zone. So anything which is going to be between 31,000 to even 30,000, 31,000 to 30,000, this is going to be like a very great area to sort of stack up and just be aggressive when it comes to like buying these coins and just doing what you have to do. So coincidentally, look at where the previous candles were. Okay, so these levels are probably going to play like a very crucial role, and you guys don't really have to like sleep on this particular trade because it's really going to do you a whole lot of justice. So all these green lines, 30,000 all the way up to around 31,500 US dollar, that's like a load zone. Make sure you get in there, be aggressive. Of course, when it comes to leverage trading, right, I'm not really recommending anybody to do any leverage trade on this particular phase, because you guys don't really know how to risk manage. You guys don't really have the blueprint. Okay, but I'm going to be using some leverage trade from using part of my portfolio. I'm just going to be like using 5% of my portfolio. I'm just going to try and use like like a 3x on BTC and see where it's going to go. So in case it doesn't work out, a 3x leverage is going to sort of give me a 30% liquidation price level, which is like nearly impossible to get liquidated. And we already have confirmation of the spring. The bulls have definitely defended, so there is a very high chance that the price is not already going to drop by 30%. And I'm only going to be using leverage with only 5% of my portfolio. Okay, so the remaining 95%, I'm just going to be in spot. And this is one of the reasons why I even wanted to like talk about a lot of different alternative cryptocurrencies, because at this particular moment, I don't even need to individually look at these alternative cryptocurrencies, because everything is bloody cheap right now. Like everything is dirt cheap. You don't even need to even look at the prices. Just click buy on anything. In the next coming 24 to about 72 hours, you guys are going to be thinking that you're geniuses. You're going to be like, hey, I'm making a lot of money. It's like pretty damn easy. Yes, it is easy if you've got the blueprint and if you are patient enough. So basically, this past 1 week, I didn't do much. I was just waiting for the highest probable trades. I was just waiting in USD Tether, just taking my time and waiting for the best setup. So most of the times, a lot of people just get chopped, and a lot of people lose a lot of money in terms of making bad trades due to the fact that they are not able to identify when to trade, when not to trade. Okay, so I really hope that you guys understood a thing or two, because when it comes to trading, this is basically what you need to understand, because everything else is going to be the inverse of what we experienced. Like for example, here, this whole situation, right? This whole situation is the inverse of what we experienced here. Let that sizzle in. Okay, this was distribution. Where is the spring? This was the spring. Do you guys catch my drift? So if you guys are able to understand how you can trade accumulation and distribution, you guys are going to be Gucci. You're going to be making trades left and right, making a whole lot of money, and just basically doing you're going to be doing not a lot of work, but you're going to be making the most amount of money, because you know how to trade smarter, how to be about your business, and how to identify these particular setups. And that is what is going to differentiate you from different traders out there. So just to summarize everything again, right, because I know a lot of you have got like a short attention span. Yes, the spring that we were waiting for in terms of the Wyckoff accumulation probably already happened. If it didn't happen, then I don't know. Can I say I'm 100% sure? Well, I'm 60% sure, okay, because sometimes in crypto you just never know. Okay, so it's highly likely that the spring in terms of the Wyckoff accumulation phase happened. So my next move is getting to enter into trades when it comes to BTC, altcoins, when the test happens. The test is probably going to, we're going to see the price of BTC most likely go to either 31,500 to 30,000 US dollars. So all this level right over here, it's going to be like a very great area to enter into BTC and altcoins. You don't even need to overthink anything. When you see the price dropping in this particular level, right, start scaling into altcoins. If you want to buy ZILLIQA, buy bloody ZILLIQA. If you want to buy Binance, just get into Binance. You know, you don't even need to overcomplicate everything, because we know that these altcoins are going to be sort of correlating with BTC. So all you got to do is just figure out what BTC is doing, but you have to figure out what the BTC dominance is, because sometimes you have to switch. There are times when you have to concentrate on BTC, and there are times where you have to concentrate on altcoins. So why am I mostly going to be trading BTC? That's because the BTC dominance is probably, increasing, and it's this is a time where you need to focus on BTC. Once the BTC dominance kind of starts dropping, then I can be aggressive and just get into these outs. But I'm still going to be having altcoins as well, but I would rather have like more money in BTC. So we can take a look at what has been happening on the charts, right? For the past 7 days, BTC dropped by 19%. A lot of outs, including your darling Ethereum dropped by -26. Binance -27. So you wouldn't have lost as much money if you didn't sell you wouldn't have lost as much money in comparison, investing in BTC in comparison to altcoins, because the Bitcoin dominance is in effect, if you know what I mean. So right now BTC has bounced by about 1% in the past 24 hours, and these other coins are still down. You get what I'm saying? But if you guys have got like extra money, this is probably like the best times to start getting into altcoins, because if you look at coins like ZILLIQA is back to around 7 cents. Can you believe? Woo! I really hope that people didn't really get stuck, in a lot of altcoins. So what are you guys saying? Dixon Mona, is this it? The spring? Yep, the spring probably happened. Henry says, love your channel. Thank you for the support, Henry. My buy orders were at 27,500. Well, 27,500. Yeah, too bad. I also had some at 27,000, but I had different buy orders between 29,000, because if you guys remember yesterday's episode, please go back and watch yesterday's episode, because I don't really want to seem like a liar, right? In yesterday's episode, I did clarify and specifically talk about where the nodes are. So if you take a look at this particular area, right, this is where we had the gap. So what you could have done is put buy orders in these particular areas where the VPVR was. So to be honest, I'm not really satisfied with the amount of BTC that I bought, but I'm not really going to be worried about that, because the best entry and the safest trade is getting to enter on the test. So I would rather take a trade where I'm going to see the 1 hour do its thing. Like right now, the 1 hour is correcting. So what's going to happen is we're going to see a correction on the 1 hour. So probably like in the next 2 to about 7 hours, this is where the correction is going to happen. So today, basically, I'm not going to be sleeping. I'm going to be up probably the whole night. I'm going to be making sure that I enter in this particular test of the spring. So that's that. So this is actually a better trade in comparison to blindly putting buy orders here, because the thing is, you just don't know if the price is going to continue dropping or if it's going to bounce. So this is why there are different trade setups which have got different probabilities. Buying the spring at times wouldn't work, because you don't really know how steep the spring is going to go. What if it drops to 24,000? What if it drops to 24,000 and then shot back up, if you know what I mean? So I would rather take this particular trade in comparison to getting the bottom of the spring. You know what I'm saying? Because the spring is not really certified. But here, if we maintain this particular level and we have like a retest of the bottom and then we start pumping up, I would rather get that. You know, when the price is beginning to reverse back, that's a safer trade. You know, that's actually smarter to do that in comparison to getting you know, this particular spring, because by the end of it all, you still have like a lot of you know, profit percentage. Let's say for example you even buy here, right? This is like a 20%. 20% is pretty crazy, you know, especially if you know how to even use leverage. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, by the end of the year, you guys are going to be filthy rich. I'm telling you. Just make sure you know how to differentiate between high probable trades and when not to trade and all that good stuff. Otherwise, this is some powerful stuff. Like literally, I'm even surprised by the amount of you know, accuracy that we've been having. But of course, it comes with experience. It comes with a lot of mistakes. Just like I told you yesterday, right? My most embarrassing and my most frustrating times of my life was when I really got liquidated. A lot of times I got liquidated a lot of times. Oh, by the way, there was this accumulation phase that occurred around this particular area. Yeah, this particular area here, when the price of BTC was around you know, 7,000, and here I had to learn a hard lesson. You know, I kind of did what everybody's doing. I shorted here, and then there was like that gigantic reversal. I got liquidated. Okay, lost a lot of money on that particular phase, and then it happened again. I got some more money, started trading again. This thing happened again. The same thing happened. Boom. So I have experience in terms of being liquidated too many times, but you can only get liquidated so many times until you become wiser, if you know what I mean. So just like I told you yesterday, right? Like every time I look at the chart, right, the BTC chart, it really holds a lot of memories. You know, like it's so near and dear to me. Like I literally remember the emotions that I was having like around this particular phase. To a lot of you, you can only look at it like, okay, it's just basic candles here, but I remember the exact emotions that I was having. Like when I lost the money, you know, I didn't have rent money, I had some stuff pending, you know. So by the end of it all, I had to go back to the drawing board. I had to like figure out like, why did it happen like that? Why didn't I see it? And this is one of the reasons why I even stopped like looking at a lot of YouTubers. You know, I stopped looking at the news and I just started thinking like a market maker. I started thinking like, you know, the way hedge funds kind of think, because these people have got a lot of smart people, you know. So if you take a look at how Elon Musk sort of tweets, and when he tweets, it's very strategic. Okay, if you really study the times that Elon Musk was tweeting about certain coins, right, those were strategic moments when the charts were about to break out. Now imagine, let's say for example I become super famous. I'm like literally very, very famous, and I'm respected in the crypto sphere, right? Due to the fact that I have a lot of knowledge and experience in terms of technical analysis, right? And I knew that the price of Bitcoin was around this particular area, and due to the Wyckoff accumulation phase, right, we were probably here. Let's say for example I just sort of gave a negative tweet about, you know, BTC and all that stuff, but due to the fact that I have technical analysis experience and just, you know, I understand what's happening in the charts, right? And then there is this selling pressure. You guys would have been saying, oh, I'm a genius, you know, he's a very powerful guy, but it's all about technical analysis. So if you take a look at most of Elon Musk's tweets in the past, he was only doing them at strategic levels. Like for example here, the time he tweeted about BTC, and you know, the consumption power of BTC, we were at this particular phase of the Wyckoff distribution, okay, and we ended up dropping. So everybody is like, okay, Elon Musk, you know, everybody's hating on Elon Musk, but Elon Musk is a smart guy. He's got a lot of advisors. He's probably working with, you know, market makers, and these guys know how to do stuff. So this is one of the reasons why I always tell people to forget about the news. You know, don't even look at what Beyond 10x is doing. Just understand how the markets operate and how the markets function, because every detail, even if we go to the 10-minute, right, the 10-minute has got data as well. It's telling us something. Why did the price all of a sudden produce this doji candle right over here? What does that mean? Okay, and what's most likely going to happen? So you need to figure out these things, and you guys are going to be Gucci. You guys are going to be making a whole lot of money. But in case you guys don't even want to do all that stuff because it's like a lot of work and it all sounds like gibberish, just subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to be here pretty much for the most part, because I really enjoy doing this, and it's really fun. You know, I got liquidated plenty of time. I never gave up. I kept, you know, going, and I kept learning, and you know, I think now it's paying off. I think it is paying off. So what are you guys talking about? So BTC analysis. I think I already talked about BTC analysis. You can watch the video. You can watch the playback. I've talked about everything right now. So pretty much to summarize it, I'm going to be buying the retest, which is going to be close to 31,500, between 30,000 US dollars and $31,500. In case that doesn't happen, I'm always going to adjust my buy entry. But whatever happens, I need to get into this particular trade, because I can't really afford to miss it, because we are about to continue our accumulative phase, and we're most likely going to pump. And in the next coming 2 to 3 weeks, I can guarantee you, well, not financial advice, I can, you know, highly speculate that we're most likely going to go to 48,000, between 45,000 to around 50,000 US dollars, and that's most likely going to happen. So whatever happens, I'm not going to, you know, miss this particular price action. And yeah, so just rewatch the episode. You guys are going to get more detailed information. So some other people are talking about VET to the moon and XRP. So just like I was telling you, right, everything is super cheap. Everything is dirt cheap. You don't even need to do any individual analysis. If you take a look at ZILLIQA, for example, ZILLIQA is bloody cheap. It's like extremely cheap. So what you need to do is, we're probably not going to see these levels in the next coming 2 to 3 weeks. So it is smart for us to get into these trades and secure our positions, okay, because some of us ended up selling at the top. So now we need to get back in, okay, so you can start scaling into position. Woo, I'm sweaty. I feel like a preacher, you know, like I'm on the podium, and you know, like I'm doing my preaching situation. Whew. Yeah, so more of the story, everything is super cheap right now. Now that BTC is about to continue pumping, it's obviously in your best interest to buy back. For example, Bakery Swap. Bakery Swap is back to $1.95. You know, so if we look at this price drop from the previous all-time high, that's like a 75% price drop. VET. So let's take a look at VET. VET. What's the price of VET right now? Ooh, it's 7 cents. 7 cents and a half. That's pretty crazy, man. That's pretty crazy. It's down by about 72% from the previous all-time high. These are very good opportunities. I think you really need to take these opportunities, you know. But for me, just like I told you, I'm going to be concentrating on BTC for the most part, because usually BTC is going to give us the run up, and then when it's done, when the BTC dominance starts declining, that's when you can flip into the altcoins, because there is a cycle that you need to follow. So personally, for the most part, 75% of my portfolio is going to be in BTC. The other 25% is going to be in outs, and you know, we're going to see what's going to happen. So do you have anything else that I need to look at? So preaching about Bitcoin straight from the Bible. Yeah, Jackie Raymond. Big shout out to you, Matthew. Bake is good coin. I have 500 Bake. Congratulations, congratulations. So overall, let's look at some news, you know, because I just don't want to keep on repeating the same stuff. So let's talk about what everybody's talking about, because it's always fun to sort of look at the fundamental analysis. So Bitcoin drops below 30k to 6-month lows. Watch these next price support levels. So okay, let's take a look at the support levels that they were talking about. Downward selling pressure sees BTC swiftly take out 30,000 support as Binance users report technical difficulties. So guys, you see, you know, technical difficulties is probably because everybody was trying to like short the market or sell, you know, but we had the foresight of it, and this is one of the reasons why we were just chilling when the markets were sort of panicking. We were chilling. Okay, what else? As Cointelegraph reported, the breakdown was widely anticipated by traders, some of whom were already calling for 25,000 US dollars and even lower. China and the associated media attention surrounding its mining purge appeared to be the main driver. You see, there's always some reason, there's always some narrative that really makes people believe that that's why it's happening. The reason why it happened, the reason why we experienced this drop is because the bulls were exhausted. It's because the market makers already offloaded. Okay, they're already sold. So now the price had to retrace, and now we need to have more buyers. We need to have an exchange of long-term holders, and you know, the people who were, you know, taking profit, who were buying here, they kind of sold there. So we need to have like a rinse and repeat type of situation. Okay, so support evaporates above 25,000. So what else is this? All right, anyway, it's probably not that significant. So what else do we have? Bad call. Bitfinex bears close the block of Bitcoin shorts before the drop below 32k. So what's that about? Bitcoin short position at Bitfinex soured as BTC price dropped below 40,000. So why did the majority of them close before the largest part of the correction? Do you guys remember what I was telling you about in terms of people closing their positions here? Remember when we had this particular pump, right? From the bottom here, we had that particular pump. A lot of people who were shorting got stopped out. So that's why I was telling you this is a liquidity sort of hunt. It's a stop loss hunt, and this is one of the reasons why we broke the resistance here. Immediately we broke the resistance and everybody was closed out of their positions, the price continued dropping. So that's how market makers think. If you've got like a market maker mentality, you're not even going to be surprised about these things, because you're going to be able to like see it from a mile away. You're going to be able to like see the game plan. So Bitcoin price is still in a rut, trading near 33% and trapped in a downtrend that just seems to get worse with the passing of each day. As the price slumps, analysts have consulted with several technical and on-chain metrics to explain the price collapse, but none of them have picked up on the exact reason. Oh my goodness! What have we been explaining for the past, I don't know, 2 weeks? We told you the exact reasons. One area of interest has been the sharp rise in short positions at Bitfinex in the past week. Traders are placing exaggerated importance on these BTC margin shorts as if they are predictors of the current market crash. As BTC is bleeding slowly towards the range low 30 to 32k, we can see that Bitfinex mega shorts are getting closed gradually. Still, big shorts are open, but half of them are already closed. Keeping an eye on this Because Finex, well, was a key player on the 19th of May crash. On June 18th, longs outnumbered Bitfinex shorts by at least 22,800, but 87% of the short positions were closed before June 22nd. Currently, margin longs are for 3,840 BTC, higher than the amount shorted. While those shorts were, or rather are, usually savvy traders, it is unlikely that they knew in advance that Chinese banks would prevent their clients from engaging in activities involving crypto trading or mining. More importantly, these bearish positions were built while MicroStrategy was buying 500 million in BTC after a successful senior secured not private offer. To make things worse, Michael Saylor's business intelligence firm announced the intention to raise another 1 billion by selling stocks to buy BTC. Okay, guys, this is like a bunch of non-important stuff. Everything that you need to know is in the charts. Okay, everything that you need to know is in the charts. The charts are what you need to concentrate on. You can, okay, don't even bother looking at Cointelegraph. I mean, well, you can look at it just to like see what everybody's doing, but everything, all the details that you need, it's all right in front of you. It's all right in front of you. So let's say, for example, we go to BTC. Hold on, because I'm using the the index, BTC index, so we can't really have the volume. So let me look for BTC Coinbase or BTC USD Tether. Man, I've got so many coins that I'm looking at here, so never mind that. So if you take a look at this, right, on the 1 hour, let me get rid of that. On the 1 hour, well, let me flip over to the smaller time frame. So from here, we saw a lot of selling pressure, and then we also had crazy buying pressure as well. And if you guys understand how to read charts, you guys are going to be able to understand that this particular dragonfly doji, oh yeah, and by the way, this is very good volume. Look at the buy volume in comparison to the selling pressure. So what does that tell you? But if we go to the 12 hour, well, to the daily, I mean, this even looks even way more bullish. So even though the price did drop, the reason why the price dropped below 30,000 is to trigger a lot of the reason was to trigger a lot of stop losses. The main reason why we dropped below 30,000 was to grab this liquidity right over here. And just like I keep on telling you, right, the way institutional money gets into a particular asset, they really confuse and distract you. Okay, so while everybody was concentrating on the price dump, right, the market makers had a lot of buy orders at the bottom at, well, between 30,000 to around 28,000, between 31,000 to around 28,000. They had like a lot of buying pressure there. They had like a lot of money, and this is one of the reasons why we did this. We drop, and then we have that massive dump because the amount of buying power which was there was way too overwhelming. So what they were doing is, all these times we were dropping, they were getting their positions filled. All these times we had these nasty drops, they were getting their positions filled. And since they were getting their positions filled, right, and there was overwhelming selling pressure, they're not really going to leave any trace. They're not really going to leave any evidence behind. And by the time the price goes to 42,000, right? Now that they have already gotten into their positions, right? They already bought at these particular levels, right? Now that they have fully filled their bags, that's when they're going to be producing articles. They're going to be saying, oh, so and so billionaire is going to be buying $2 billion worth of BTC. And you guys are going to get excited. You guys are going to be like, oh wow, I need to get into this particular trade because, you know, like a billionaire is buying like a whole lot of BTC, I'm probably going to do very well. But they're already in the position, they're already in the trade already, you know. So it's always important to understand what is happening. Just take a look at what's happening on the charts, be able to decipher it and be able to understand what is going on, and that is obviously going to save you a whole lot of money. So what other exciting stuff do we have? China cracks down BTC. So China's crackdown means BTC is working. So says crypto miner. China's crackdown on BTC mining and cryptocurrency trading recently became a primary driver for the red candlesticks on crypto markets. Oh my goodness. This really bothers me a lot. This really bothers me a lot, you know? This really bothers me a lot because the narratives just, I don't know. Anyway, Brandon, a former security engineer at crypto exchange Gemini, compared China's harsh stance against BTC with the country's ban on Facebook and Google. Code getting banned in China, a rite of passage for free technology, and stressed that the crackdown means that Bitcoin is working, not that it is failing. It's making nations shiver in their boots. He said that nations are now picking sides, with China responding to BTC much as it did to major Western tech firms, which is incredibly bullish for Bitcoin for the long term and medium term. So anyway, just like I told you, there's always a narrative, there's always some excuse, but if you concentrate on the BTC chart and you are able to interpret like every day, every candle, and all the information, all the data points that you're getting as it happens, as it unfolds, you guys are going to be doing very well. Oh, and by the way, just like I told you, right, I never use indicators. The reason why you have probably been losing like a lot of trades is probably because you use a lot of indicators. A lot of indicators are lagging indicators. So if we take a look at the daily, right, if we look at the MACD is just becoming, it's giving us a sell pressure today. This is when we had like a bearish cross, okay, on 21st January. This is when the MACD is telling you to sell. Now can you imagine if you are now beginning to short, right? Because a lot of people have got MACD indicators as their primary technical analysis type of instrument, okay? So if you are beginning to plan your trades right about now, do you know what's going to happen when the price reverses per Wyckoff accumulation? You're probably going to be like in a losing position, okay? So please refrain from using a lot of indicators, okay? Most of the indicators are lagging indicators. A lot of them are not going to give you accurate data, you know, as soon as you get it. A lot of them are probably going to be giving you false signals and pretty late signals as well. So this is one of the reasons why you mostly need to concentrate on price action, you know, sort of you should be able to like read the price action, because price action is accurate data. You get it immediately as it happens, you know. So it is very important to master price action analysis and just close all those, you know, RSIs, the MACDs, all those indicators. They're probably useless. You don't even need them. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. So is there there's an old saying, show me the chart and I'll tell you the news. Yeah, that's definitely right. Show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. This is exactly what they mean. So in your opinion, will we reach 41k before under 28k? Okay, that's a very good question. 41k is it's pretty simple to reach at this particular moment. So what's going to happen is we could potentially still go back and retest these particular levels. We can even go to 27,000. That is a probability, but it is highly unlikely, because if this is indeed a spring, then we're not going to see the price go back to 28,400. That is highly unlikely. So what's going to happen is the price is going to wiggle its way up to the you know, top part of the range, and 41,000 is like literally here. Okay, in order for the Wyckoff accumulation to play out, the price needs to go above this particular threshold, and the highest particular, the highest threshold of this particular range is 41,000. Okay, so technically speaking, the price has to break out above this particular level, so we need to break out above 41,500. This is when the Wyckoff schematic is going to be sort of certified. We need to break this particular level and find, or rather use it as support. So once we do that, right, I mean, of course, it's not just going to happen drastically. We're not just going to sort of pump like that. It's going to take a while. There's going to be, some ranging situation. We go up, we go back down, and eventually we're going to break out of it. But in order for us to continue going to retest this particular liquidity level here, right, we need to sort of use this particular area as support. Okay, and when that happens, whenever you see this particular area being used as support, best believe our next target is going to be here, most likely between 45,000 to around 50,000 US dollars, and that is going to be like a very good trade for a lot of people. So we have about 40 people watching us right now. You guys are welcome. Smash the like button. I go by the name of Muna. I'm a crazy trader. I've got like a very good accuracy rate in terms of my trades, and you can just go back to my YouTube videos. Stick with me. We're going to make some killer trades, and we're going to do a lot of great stuff, and one thing that I practice, or rather one thing that I preach on my YouTube channel, is do not wait for buy and sell entries from me. Because if you are expecting me to give you like an exact entry or sell level, then I have failed my job as a crypto analyst. What I usually give on my YouTube channel is I give you conditions, I give you thresholds, I give you the things that you need to look out for and how you need to react if a certain market structure plays out. Okay, so recently we sort of closed our trade at 40,000. We were anticipating the spring to happen, okay, and it did definitely happen as expected here. So we're not really sure that the spring is done at this particular moment. We're not really sure. We can only be sure if the test holds. If this particular test holds when the price drops below, well, between 30,000 to 31,500, and if it holds and then it continues pushing, then we're going to for sure understand that the spring did actually happen. Okay, but for the most part, I really think it already happened. So if we flip over to the line, this is like a clear spring. I mean, like if you take a look at this, like just visually looking at this, this is most likely the spring phase of this particular Wyckoff situation. So when I was giving you this analysis, right, I gave you like a certain price threshold between 27,000 to 29,000. The price did drop to 28,000. Even though the price didn't drop to 27,000 as expected, right? But it was pretty damn close. What you would have done is you would have looked for the reversal between this particular range. So the price did drop to 28,800, and if you saw that particular bounce, especially on the smaller time frames, let's say for example you were using the 24 minutes, right, and then you saw these amazing buying power coming through, you'd have known that, okay, this is what Muna was talking about. This is probably time to get into this particular trade. If you use that type of mentality, then you're going to be a better trader, you're going to make more money, and you're going to rely on me less. Because the ultimate goal that I want you guys to have is you need to rely less on me. I don't want you to be addicted to hearing buy at 27,000, sell at 40,000. Then you're not learning. But figure out how you need to fish by yourself and how to make that money. Then I'm going to be the happiest. And it's always good to like have you, like having a good community is very good, because like for the most part I've got like some consistent subscribers who are always present, and we can always like hang out and just talk about these things. So what else are you guys talking about? So Matthew says, I just need 40k so I can break out even and switch to USD Tether for all my poor altcoins, then buying smarter. So Matthew, I've got a question for you. um since you're saying that you need to break even, right? Why didn't you sell earlier? Why didn't you get out of your trades earlier, especially when we were having this distribution phase here? When we were having this distribution phase, and before we actually even broke out of this distribution phase, I was talking about Wyckoff distribution. So I really hope that you guys can go back to my YouTube videos, and during this particular phase I did let you guys know that this was probably a Wyckoff distribution. And for example, if we sort of invert the screen, I just inverted the screen, right? Let's do that. Okay, if we invert the screen and we use the lines, doesn't this look like an accumulation Wyckoff? It looks the same, right? It's identical. It's just vice versa. Okay, so now that you guys have got experience identifying Wyckoff accumulation, when it comes to Wyckoff distribution, just do the inverse of what we did. You get what I'm saying? Here we had the spring. The spring, well, inverse of that, right, is probably going to dump. Okay, and then we had that thing, and then we had that nasty correction. So if you guys had this information, you would have probably saved a whole lot of money. You would have known that, okay man, it's go time. It's go time. It's definitely go time. I need to be out of my altcoins, and I need to like secure my position. So if you look at the price drops from that particular level, that was stupid amount of money that you could have saved, but you didn't really have this information. So this is one of the reasons why now you are smarter, and I'm going to be here and we're going to be discussing these things, and we're just going to be making good trades. So Matthew says he bought them around when BTC was 35k, BEG was 2.7, and Thorchain XRP seems okay. So basically what Matthew is saying is, the time he was buying these altcoins, he thought that that was the perfect time to buy altcoins, but the dip kept on dipping. Like there are situations where you think, okay, the price has like dropped by about 70%, and this is probably the best time for me to get in, and then the price keeps on dropping. So this is one of the reasons why you definitely need. Oh shit! What's happening here? Whoa! Holy smokes! Are those fireworks? What the fuck is happening? All right. Oh Jesus Christ! What the hell is happening? All right. Yeah. So. Alright. Oh my goodness. Those are probably fireworks. Whew. Man, that scared me. I'm about to have the best trade of my life. I can't really afford to die right now. You know what I'm saying? I've got some more trades to do. I've got some more good trades to do. So that's probably people celebrating and enjoying, but that was pretty damn close. Jesus, that gave me like a heart attack. I'm too young to die. I haven't even become, like one of the top 10 cryptocurrency YouTubers, and they want to take my life. They want to take my life. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm glad it's over. By the way, I've opened my windows because it's pretty damn hot here, and as you guys can see, I'm like clearly sweating. Yeah, but that was like too much. That was intense. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was saying that sometimes you need, well, not really sometimes, most of the times, you need to understand the difference between high probable trades and less risky trades. So the reason why the prices of a lot of altcoins were tanking when you bought them is you didn't figure out the best risk to reward type of ratio type of situation. You didn't figure out everything that we talked about. So that's one of the reasons why you picked the wrong time to buy. But of course, this is all it depends on what time frame you're looking at, because if you are able to keep those coins for the next 2 months, you're probably going to be in a lot of profits. Okay, but if you're looking at those particular investments at this particular time, of course you are in the negatives as well. But of course you need to sort of use your money wisely and make your money work for you. So this is one of the reasons why I would rather buy an altcoin at the very bottom, minimize minimize the probability of that particular altcoin going down, because it defeats the purpose. Let's say for example I buy and then the price continues dropping. I would have bought that particular asset cheaper, because now I get to lose time, and I need to wait, and psychologically it's not like really the best thing to do. So why not wait for the highest probability for that particular asset to be at its lowest price point? Okay, now that we understand that the spring probably happened, it's obviously better for us to start slowly scaling into these particular positions. And I always talk about dollar cost averaging, because a lot of you guys just spend all your money. You're like, okay, this is it, I've got whatever amount of money, let me just go in like right now, and I'm probably going to make a lot of money. But that's not really the best thing to do. Always dollar cost average. Oh, and by the way, let me also remind you about something. So we never know, because this whole price action, maybe it's not the spring, nobody really knows. What if tomorrow we have like a black swan event? Because most of the times there are situations which are very unpredictable. There are black swan events where the price just sort of does some crazy stuff and it's beyond technical analysis. And if you are in a trade and you are stuck, or you don't even end up getting out immediately, then you're going to have like a very tough time. So it's always very important to manage your risk. And a lot of things that one of the most important topic that a lot of YouTubers don't really talk about is risk management. And risk management really determines how profitable your trades are going to be, and how fast you're going to be able to sort of identify opportunities. So as much as you want to make money, right, you need to understand proper risk management. For example, if you decide to sort of use leverage trading, what's the best risk management? What leverage amount are you going to be using? That all depends on your ability to assess risk. So as a cryptocurrency investor, you are supposed to try to be well versed into all these aspects of investing. Okay, you need to be good at technical analysis, you need to be good at assessing the risk, and you also need to be good at identifying high probable trades. So it's not just about buying recommended coins, it's also about figuring out what you need to do psychologically. You understand? Because for example, this particular trading action, we stayed out of this particular trading fiasco by just simply chilling and waiting. We bought here, got out there. That was perfect, right? In hindsight, and in reality, that was like a perfect trade, and you guys saw it in real time. And that only took like less than 2 weeks. Okay, this whole situation here, it took less than a week. Psychologically, we just had to wait. We just had to wait for a few things to happen. We had to like identify which areas are the safest areas to trade. Just like I identified this particular test level, this is the safest area to trade. If you take a look at the risk to reward ratio, right, the risk to reward, so let's do it in real time. So if the price is going to end up retesting the spring level, right, if we end up going to 31,000 to 30,000, right, let's say for example my entry is 31,500 here, my risk is around 6%. Okay, and my potential profit is around so 31,500 yeah, so my profit potential is 30%. So if take a look at 6% and 30%, right? Yeah, it's a very good trade. Okay, and if the price goes to 50,000 US dollars, or even let's conservatively say 45. Okay, if the price goes to 47, right, that's like a 50% profit. So that's already a good trade. You understand? So these are the things that you need to be very good at, and these are the things that you really need to work on. So besides even looking at a lot of different coins, and by the way, one other misconception that a lot of people have is you need to have 20 coins in your portfolio. You don't need to have 20 coins in your portfolio. You can even have like one cryptocurrency that you're trading and make a whole lot of money. Let me give you an example. Let me give you a practical example. Let's look at one coin. Let's look at Bake. Here. But we don't really have a lot of data. Okay, so let's just do this. Let's look for Bake. So let's say your cryptocurrency portfolio only had one coin and you've been trading it for like 1 year. Okay, since January 2021, right? The price was around 2 cents. You bought Bitcoin worth, I don't know, $10,000. It went to $6 and you sold it. It's back below $2. That's a crazy amount of return on investment, if you know what I mean. So a lot of people usually think that they need to have a diversified portfolio. You should, the most important thing that you need to be able to do is be able to pick good coins which have got a lot of potential, which have got like this expansive growth potential, and you are able to like monitor these particular coins perfectly, because if you have a lot of coins, you're going to discover that you're even going to, in terms of risk management, right, it's going to be even worse, because if you buy a lot of shit coins, right, these shit coins are going to be dumping by about 70% per coin. So you find that you end up losing a whole lot of money by holding a lot of useless coins. But if you're able to like pick, I don't know, less than 5, and you are able to like monitor everything, you're able to like keep up with what's happening in terms of news, in terms of updates, you're going to be like a better trader and you're going to make much more money. All right, so these are the things that you also need to work on, besides like everyday grinding, watching a whole lot of YouTubers. Just pick, even trade Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin came from around 7,000 and it went to 60,000. You would have made a ton of money if you were playing with the fluctuations, if you were sort of trading and just doing everything that you needed to do. These were crazy gains, 257%. If you used a little bit of leverage, that could have been crazy stupid amount of money. Here, another 78 to about 80% price increment. Even if you were trading BTC alone, you could have made tons of money. Okay, so diversification isn't really all that as people talk about. Just pick the best coins, the coins that you really think are going to stand the test of time. For example, just choose one of the top 10 coins. Have Ethereum and BNB and all that stuff. Don't really get into these meme coins, shitty coins and all that stuff. Of course, they really help when it comes to like really increasing your cryptocurrency portfolio like in a very short period of time, but that is dependent on a lot of factors, and you need a lot of work, because it's not going to be easy for you to like find that one coin which is going to do tremendously well. And a lot of these new coins are very scammy and shitty coins as well. So why not stick to whatever works and just make the most out of it? I think that's like a better strategy in terms of keeping a lot of shit coins and then just ending up erasing or eroding your cryptocurrency gains over time. So what else do you guys have? All your work for nothing. Let's let the man get top 10 first. Yeah. These guys are trying to tech me. These guys are trying to destroy me. Oh, by the way, how's the the C virus going for you guys? Because in the country where I am, the restrictions are becoming intense again, and we are actually approaching summer, because like today's temperature was around 35. Well, well, not really 35, well, around 25 degrees, and the temperature is like becoming hotter and hotter. But how come we are having like these increase in coronavirus, especially the Delta version? So it's becoming weird, very very weird. So I just hope that you guys are very safe, and I hope that you have been exercising is very important, because like when we are sort of having the trader's lifestyle, right? Our only objective is to sort of identify the highest probable trade and be on deck, take a look at what's happening in terms of the price charts and all that stuff, and then make our trades. Most of the times we're not really that active. A lot of cryptocurrency YouTubers are not really that active, but you have to remember that health is wealth, because what's the point of becoming wealthy when you can't really sort of be able to like enjoy it? So always make sure you sort of do what you have to do, exercise, and be healthy, eat well, keep your mind right, be sharp upstairs, because once you become like a cryptocurrency millionaire, billionaire, you need to be healthy. So yeah, that's all I had for you. I don't know, do you guys have anything else? Otherwise, I'm just chilling today. We can do this for like the next hour or so. I've already poured out my intensive you know analysis to you guys. You guys already know the blueprint. Like basically you've got the blueprint, and you should be good. You should be good to go. So for the most part, let's look at some coins which have been doing very well. What's Live Peer? I've never heard about this coin, Live Peer. Oh, by the way, how do you guys discover new coins? Do you guys have how do you discover like powerful new coins and coins that you really need to concentrate on? Do you have like a specific strategy, or you just watch YouTubers and then you get to discover these particular coins? So let me know what method you use in order for you to like discover these hidden gems. So I've never seen this particular cryptocurrency. So what's it all about? So it's an Ethereum based type of currency. Let's look at what it is. I hope it has got some exciting revolutionary type of stuff. What role will you play in the Live Peer network? Okay, so it seems like it's a content sharing. Live Peer is a decentralized video streaming network built on Ethereum project. Okay, nothing really brand new and exciting. So what else do we have? We've got Maker, Sushi, Huobi, Leo Token. Okay, the usual suspect. Not a lot of brand new stuff coming through, so just the usual stuff. Ooh, the graph. Oh, the graph. This one, I'm trying to catch the bottom as far as the graph is concerned. Yeah, so this is probably going to do very well because it has been getting hammered as well. It has been destroyed. So if I could get the the bottom, this would be like a very great trade as well. But I'm not really going to rush. I'm just going to like be easy. When I see the reversal coming through, then I'm definitely going to get this one, because it has got those pumpamento type of coins. And if we take a look at where it's coming from, right, we are below this particular threshold. We are around these levels before the pump and the breakout happened. So basically all the people that enjoyed this particular pump, right, if these guys didn't get out, they're probably stuck. So we need to sort of enter when we have the least amount of risk. So one method that you can use is take a look at the price controls before the breakout. Like, where was the price trading consistently before the breakout? If you are able to identify that, right, then you are able to identify where a lot of these traders are trapped. Okay, if traders are trapped on a certain particular threshold, right, you need to enter before them, because you know that if the price recovers, they're going to be like, I need to get out of this particular trade. I need to sell and get my money because I didn't enjoy my stay in this particular trade. So if you can find like a very good position before these particular traders, right, then you're going to be good. At least you are guaranteed of having like a, of having a better position than them. So always look out for the price control before the breakout. Okay, so this is a very great trade for me. Like if you even keep it for the next 6 months, you're probably going to be smiling all the way to the bank. What other coins am I excited for? Oh, the other coin that I like at this particular moment is T Fuel. I think this one is a recommendation by Dixon. Yeah, so he's the one who recommended this one. So yeah, it's down, and it's still going to do very well. I think it's going to like recover pretty hard and pretty soon, because there's about 7 days to the mainnet. But there's always buy the rumor, sell the news type of situation. So I would be very hesitant and very careful when it comes to like entering into this particular trade right over here. So DGB. So let's take a look at DGB. Oh, by the way, it's been a while since I take a look at DGB, because wow, the market cap is 589. So let's look at the grand scheme of things as far as DGB. Ooh, wow. So this is what I was talking about, right? So with a price control at this particular level, around 5 cents. So the price is below that. So I would be very happy if the price could drop like around these levels, like around 4 cents. That would be like very good. And what's the current price? Oh, it's around 4 cents. Okay, so we're close to the price control area. Okay, so this is probably like a very good trade. Oh, and by the way, let me tell you something about DGB. So Digibyte, man, I'm an OG. I'm a crypto OG. So 4 years ago I was recommending DGB. Is DGB a great investment? So that was 4 years ago. So if you guys are just recently, if you guys recently got into DGB, I was recommending people to buy DGB 4 years ago. So yeah, DGB preparing for a bull run. That was 4 years ago. So let me take a look at the price here. What was I even talking about here? Wow, gives me all the good memories. Can we see the price of DGB? Yeah, I think the price should be around here. Oh man, this gives me good memories. So let's take a look at the price. Can we find the price? Oh, take a look at the price. The price was close to 2 cents. It was like 1 cent, and the price was pumping like crazy. Oh man, I've got like a lot of history when it comes to these coins. So I'm very young. I'm still young, but I've been in crypto for like a very long period of time. And all these coins here, what else was I recommending? I think VeChain. Did I recommend VeChain a while back? Oh man, I did recommend a lot of good coins that did a lot of good stuff. Yeah. Oh man, gives me a lot of good memories. Where's the Excel shit? What do you mean the Excel? I don't really know. The new Ian, as in Ian Balina. Oh, by the way, let me also give you some insight. Before Ian Balina blew up, right? I was already a cryptocurrency YouTuber. But since Ian came from the corporate world, right? He had like all this corporate experience. He knew what to do. Like he had like, this amazing network. He like literally really blew up like way too fast. And that time I was still in university, still learning the ropes and everything. So that's why he became like a super force to reckon with when it came to cryptocurrencies. But this time around, guys, we're going to be the top 10 YouTubers. You guys are going to be recommending my YouTube channel because we give out awesome material. So you just definitely have to sort of subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I don't really have any Excel shit. I'm mostly a technical analysis type of guy. So if you guys are going to be subscribing to my YouTube channel, we're most likely going to be talking about technical analysis, market makers mentality, and just finding the highest probable trades. And that's what we are most likely going to be doing on a daily basis. I really hope I'm going to be able to like be consistent, because one thing that I really hate about myself is I'm not really consistent when it comes to making these cryptocurrency YouTube channels, and this is these cryptocurrency YouTube videos, and this is one of the reasons why my YouTube channel hasn't like really blown. Like, can you imagine? I only have about 17,000 subscribers, but I've been around like for the past 4 years. I'm like an OG when it comes to cryptocurrencies, But I'm like a lazy guy. But I'm trying to change. I'm trying to change, and I'll be much more consistent this time around. Yeah. So the other coin that I really wanted to talk about is Dogecoin. Ooh, Doge. Has trapped a lot of people as well. Doge or Doge depends on your orientation. So Dogecoin, man, the market cap is too crazy. 25 billion for this, meme type of token. I don't know, like that's way too much. But I really feel it's a great trade because we have this particular price control and we are below it. So just like I told you, pretty much everything is pretty cheap at this particular moment. Everything is down by about 73%. It's pretty crazy how cheap everything is. So I wouldn't even hesitate dollar cost averaging in a lot of coins. So if you guys have got coins that you have been eyeing out, there are always coins that we are like, okay, if I had the opportunity, I would probably get to invest in this particular coin. So what you need to do is just dollar cost average and give it some time, because the next coming 2 months are going to be very crucial. They're going to be very detrimental to your ability to make a whole lot of profit, if you know what I mean. So this is one of the reasons why you definitely need to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to be giving you the blueprint and I'm going to be helping you maximize your profit potential, because all this volatility is equal to money. You understand? So what a lot of people usually do is they basically sort of just not do anything, but you need to take advantage of it. If you sell there, buy back, you make money. Okay, so take advantage of the volatility, because the volatility is the one which is going to help your portfolio grow faster. So on my YouTube channel, we're going to be doing these liquidity plays and these volatility plays. We're going to be jumping in and out and just having the blueprint, because ultimately that is what is going to help you make a lot of money. So that's all I had for you today. I mean, like, it's been fun. I've been doing this for the past 1 hour or so, and these guys almost assassinated me because I'm having crazy trades. I mean, that should be BitBoy. BitBoy is trying to assassinate me because I've got crazy stupid accuracy when it comes to these trades. But I'm not looking for any beef, but anybody can get it. Okay, now I'm talking too much. I just need to go now. I think I'm doing too much. BitBoy and the Moon, you guys are awesome. I'm a big fan, and you've got amazing content. So I come in peace. All right, so have a great time. I'm probably going to talk to you in the next few hours, probably like in the next 10 hours, and we're going to talk about this amazing trading opportunity as far as the Wyckoff accumulation is concerned. So we're going to sort of talk about the test and reevaluate. Let's say, for example, it doesn't go to 30,000 to 31,500. We're going to reevaluate and have like another situation. So yeah, what the hell is that? I've got some unwanted visitors because I've got my windows open. So now I've got bugs flying. Oh my god, everybody's trying to destroy my stream today. Yeah, I need to close my windows next time. Yeah, so talk to you a little bit later. You guys have been awesome. Thank you very much. And yeah, hasta la vista. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.